What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, November 29th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. You got to follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. I need you to let me know in the comment section, who am I missing here? Who's the linchpin to today's slate? Or maybe I'm not missing it. Maybe they're on this list. Who do you think is the guy you have to have if you want to win today? And finally, I got to get you guys to go check out BetMGM, sponsor of this video. If you're into sports betting, you're in luck. Link in the description. You got to be new to it at BetMGM, and you got to be in a legal betting state, obviously. Put down $10 on any one of the World Cup matches. United States plays today. I recommend going there. You'll get $200 in free bets. It's just that simple. That's all you got to do. $200 in free bets. There's not a better way to start off a bankroll, so take advantage now while the deal is good. Now we round out the bottom of my top 10 with Terrence Mann, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jusuf Nurkic, Amir Coffey, and Mitchell Robinson on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. First up at number 5, I'm going to RJ Barrett, 6,600 projected for 35. The goal is 43. He's in the optimal lineup 31% of the time. 3-game slate, let's not forget that. But a matchup against the Pistons is always fun. 36 minutes a game here for Barrett. He's around a fantasy point per minute guy. Call it 0.95 if you want to be safe. 25% usage, 21 points, 6.5 boards, a little over 3 assists. Maybe you get a stock. It's pace neutral against the Pistons, but clearly the Knicks are better than Detroit. The best player for the Pistons is already out. The other 4 expected starters are all questionable, so we don't know what we're going to get out of the Pistons, but we know exactly, generally speaking, what we're going to get out of the Knicks. I got to go to Barrett. Should he have more than small forward eligibility? Yes. Does it matter for today? Not really. In at number 4, we go to Portland for Anthony Simons, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 8,100 projected for 40.5. The goal is 50.5, and he is in the optimal lineup 31% of the time. 38 minutes for Simons in these games without Damian Lillard. Dude just plays a ton. We're talking over a fantasy point per minute, 27% usage, 24.5 points, 5 assists, 3.5 boards, and a stock. It's a slate pace down spot against the Clippers, but this Clippers team is missing most of their real players. Portland actually the favorites in this one against a team with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. It's because Kawhi Leonard and Paul George aren't playing today. Look, it's Simon's team, so to speak. It's basically him, Jeremy Grant, and Jusuf Nurkic dominating the ball. You want to get one of those guys right. One of those going to pop scoring perspective. Simon certainly looks like he's pretty good. Jusuf Nurkic is also on this list. It's pretty easy to get to Portland today. In at number 3, we have LUKA DONCIC, and there's just not enough value yet to get him to number 1. Point guard eligible, 12,600, projected for 65.5, and the goal is 73. He's in the optimal lineup 36% of the time. The thing with LUKA is he's got the highest projection on today's slate by like 12 plus fantasy points. It's really hard to make that up. 37 minutes for LUKA. I got him as like a 1.75, 1.8 guy on DraftKings today. 37% usage and basically a triple-double. 34 points, 10 boards, 9 assists, and 2 stocks. It's a pace-up spot against Golden State. They've lost 4 straight, so I assume they're pretty ornery and want to win. It's a 1-point line, so you expect it to be competitive the entire time. I mean, this is as easy as it gets in my mind. The raw point ceiling of LUKA is so much higher than everybody else that you just have to find the value to make it work. In at number 2, we've got Jerami Grant, so we're going back to Portland again. Power forward eligible, 7,300. He's just underpriced here. Projected for 41, the goal's 46.5. He's in the optimal lineup 38% of the time. He's just got a monster usage rate with no Dame around, and that sample is getting bigger, and he's playing a ton of minutes. 38 minutes here for Grant, 1.07 fantasy points per minute, 27% usage, 25 real points. So it is a lot of scoring. 4.5 boards, 3 assists, 2 stocks. It's a steal and a block, so he can kind of stack those up on top of each other too. It's a matchup against the Clippers where they don't really have anybody super good on the opposite side. As long as this one stays competitive, you're going to get 38 to 40 minutes out of Jerami Grant. And on a 3-game slate at this price tag, again, like he should be 8K without Dame here. He's just too good of a point per dollar play to pay up for today. Now, before we get to that number one contender, one last reminder, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section, who are your favorite and least favorite plays? Who's the linchpin to today's slate? And then head on over to BetMGM if you can, sign up, $10 on the United States and get $200 in free bets. Your number one contender for today is Justice Winslow. Small forward, power forward, eligible 4,700, projected for 29. The goal's 33.5, and he is in the optimal lineup 40% of the time. As long as he doesn't get hurt during the game, this one's about as safe as it gets. This price tag is weird. He's a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy. He's playing really big minutes. He's a starter. He's essentially the point guard of this team. 33 minutes, 17% usage, 10 points, 6.5 boards, 5 assists, and 2 stocks. He does a little bit of everything. He can get there in multiple categories. It doesn't take much to get there either. Like if he goes for 35 fantasy points, you don't even look at it and think like, oh, what a monster day. At 4,700, he's just going to be essentially necessary on a day like today. It's really, really easy to want to get to Portland. When a game is competitive, they are very much concentrating their minutes to their starting 5. So as long as this one stays competitive and Justice Winslow doesn't get himself hurt, he's going to play 33 minutes up to 36 minutes, something in that range. And at 4,700, at least as of now, the way the slate looks, you won't find a better play elsewhere. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, November 29th. FanDuel versions around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win that money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.